qualities. It can be like humility, positivity, empathy, and sustainability, and there is a lot. And Sid also has amazing energy. How is it possible, Sid?
You're going to see that.
Yeah, that's what. Okay, so we would like to extend warm welcome to Sid one more time. He is the CEO and founder of one of the biggest system integrators, VDOT. It is working with the technology companies and partnering up with a lot of innovative solutions. And we are going to hear from him how did he make it happen. And he has some amazing awards in his kitty. He was Entrepreneur of the Year for 2007 from EY. And recently VDOT got a Sustainability Award from EcoVadis Group, a bronze medal. So there are so many appreciations and applauds, and there are a lot of recognition for him. So we would love to hear from you, Sid, on your experience. And what are your advice for these entrepreneurs? So there are a lot of people waiting for you.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for the introduction. I exist to inspire people around me so they can go on to inspire people around them to achieve their fullest potential. My name is Sid Ahmed, President and CEO of the VDOT Group of Companies. Thank you, thank you, thank you for being here. Awesome. Thank you. Thank you, Phil. Phil, I'm trying to beat your energy, all right? So I'm going to do that in a bit, all right? Awesome.
Sid.
So first and foremost,
Sid,
yes.
we have a small recognition for you if you can just hold on for a minute.
Sure,
yeah.
sure.
Can we just play the
Absolutely.
video of him?
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. We need introduction for a hero, right?
Yeah. Certainly, please. I think you're missing the audio.
There's a little bit technology obstacle for a tech hero, isn't it?
Sure. So video, we'll just have a quick conversation. How many of you are local to Dallas? Local to Dallas? Okay, perfect. How many of you have flown from other cities like New Jersey? New Jersey, okay, yes. Atlanta? Any other place? Chicago? Chicago, this is awesome, awesome. All right,
with a global audience of over 250,000 dreamers.
North Carolina, awesome. All right, super. Okay, so they are ready again.
It all started with one man and having a vision to touch the lives of. It all started with one man having a vision to touch the lives of all associated with us. 15 years ago, Sid Ahmed started his one-man company, VDOT, and has now grown it worldwide in 14 countries with over 4,000 people. Without having any corporate work experience, Sid Ahmed has created an award-winning organization. Sid had another vision: to empower dreamers so that they may empower others. By providing his wisdom and knowledge for business, leadership, and positive lifestyle, Sid now coaches students, parents, and business leaders with a global audience of over 250,000 dreamers. Join this community and mark your place in the journey of Sid Ahmed and the Positive Tribe.
Awesome, thank you.
Guys, a round of applause.
Thank you. Bill enna sonnaru adukku mela enna edhu solla mudiyadhu. So whatever he has said is good. So when I was invited, first and foremost, I don't know how I got it. I got added to the team's group, but I want to give the credit to Nirmal. Where's Nirmal? Where's Nirmal? Oh, yeah, okay. So suddenly I got added to a text group and it said Teams, and there was a lot of interesting conversation which was going on. Adukapram vandu Yuva had called me out and he said, hey, I definitely want you to come and attend this particular event. I was really excited. So first and foremost, when I was going through those chats, right, the kind of questions, it really intrigued me. When I started the business, it's the same kind of questions what I used to have. Which attorney to go to, which CPA to go to. So what you all have done as founding teams is an amazing job. It's an incredible job. Because the amount of time what it takes to go and do the research and try and get these answers, if we as seasoned entrepreneurs are able to share that insight to fellow entrepreneurs, it's just one of the most powerful tools what you all have created. The conference, I'm pretty sure the conference may look small right now, but in the time to come, this is going to be a huge deal. So first of all, thank you and congratulations to the teams for making this particular event happen. The journey, what you saw on TV, on the commercial right now, I just wanted to give a quick snippet around the growth journey, what we have gone through. Several of you must have already watched our VDOT stories in various different media and all of that, but I'll give it to you from my own perspective. Starting this journey from a one-person company to over 4,000 people operating in 14 different countries, at about 300 million in revenue, headed to a $500 million finish in 2025 and $1 billion journey in 2030 would not be possible without a lot of people in this room who are our suppliers. In a teams, somebody had posted, hey, I want a pass-through at TechM or something like that. Immediately, I took a side chat and I told them, hey, you know what? If you wanted to do a pass-through with TechM, you can always reach out to me. I'll be more than happy to introduce you to my team because we are a TechM Tier 1 supplier. He said, you know what? I already am doing a lot of business with you. I'm making a lot of closures with you at Toyota. I said, thank you for the opportunity. I didn't know that there were currently suppliers. Similarly, there was another thing which was going on, and I was talking about, somebody asked about Accenture or something like that. Again, on a side chat, I was saying, hey, I'd be more than happy to help you out with Accenture because we are already a preferred supplier, PSL for Accenture globally. So, and he also texted back stating that I'm already doing a lot of closures with you within Accenture. So, first of all, thank you to each and every one of you who's currently working with us in helping close business for our customers. Your success is what our success is, and that's how we are creating success for our customers. So thank you so much for making this happen. What I wanted to talk about is where we started off with this journey and where I came from, and there's a little bit of a flavor in terms of what Bill was talking about as well. I never came from any corporate background. Did my computer science back in India in '93. Came out of college, didn't have great grades, didn't have spectacular educational credentials. Never worked for any large company. I've always worked only for small businesses. The business what I worked for, all the companies, both the companies which I worked for, in '93 I landed in Pittsburgh, worked for a company for about 3 years, and then moved on to work for another company which was based out of Detroit. But again, all these entrepreneurs were lifestyle entrepreneurs, companies which were just between like 2 to 7 million at best. So having worked for these companies who are lifestyle entrepreneurs where it was hoarding wealth just for themselves. That was the whole idea. But I had a different plan altogether. My heart was around being born and raised in Trichy. Aha, super, Namma Tiruchi, super, thank you. So, being born and brought up in Trichy, I was always like, most of you know, Trichy is a very, very small college town. And the college town, there is about 120 educational institutions. Educational institutions in the Kuda, there is never a large employer. That is the challenge with Trichy. So, majority of the parents, the kids are raised single parents. They'll have to go outside unless and until you're doing small jobs. or if you're a doctor, or if you're working for the Trichy Corporation, or you're working for BHEL, those are the children who will have mom and dads out there. But so, in my journey, I grew up without my dad being in Trichy. And again, both my parents did not go to college, first generation kid, that was the little bit of a background. Had difficult times, but I just loved the journey. But what my parents gave me was the gift of education. Long story short, what happens is, I always had this burning desire, how is it that we can create opportunities for people to work and live in Trichy? So when I wanted to start the entrepreneurial journey, two things. One, I wanted to make sure that working for these companies in Pittsburgh and in Detroit, I was constantly saying to these employers, hey, Tiruchila supera makkal irukanga, you should go and start something, but எப்போதுமே வந்து என்ன யோசிப்பாங்கன்னா, offshore facility அப்படின்னோன்னா, we'll have to go to Chennai. We'll have to go to Noida. We'll have to go to Hyderabad. Why? Mata urla pasangale illaya. The reason being, entrepreneurs do not want to invest in raw talent, groom raw talent and grow them. That is not what people think about. So, first thing was about Trichy. I wanted to create this a place where people can live and work. And the other thing is get out of this lifestyle entrepreneurship. How is it that you can be an entrepreneur and create wealth generation for your teams? Wealth generation for people who make it happen for you. That is the bottom line. And that's the reason why we came with the name VDART. A lot of people would be thinking, what is this name VDART? The V stands for we, W-E. And DART, what it stands for is dash, speed. Customers, what they look for is speed and quality. So the name of the company itself, what it stands for is we dash to provide services for our customers. I love speed. I'm an athlete. I used to be a runner. So I wanted to have our company's name represent all of this. So as a result of that, we had the name VDART. So 2007, at the peak of recession, thinking about starting this company, me and my wife sat and came up with the logo, came up with the name of the company, and then the rest is history. 18 months working from the apartment, and after that, got into the first office space in Alpharetta, then started hiring teams. But when we wanted to start off the team, again, the thought was, should we go to Chennai? People were recommending. Then I said, no, we are going to do this in Trichy, from Trichy. So I didn't have enough money to go and rent an office space. So the place where I grew, adula vandu motta maadi irundhathu. So we call it as a motta maadi startup. A lot of people say garage startups, but we said it's a motta maadi startup. That's what we did. So 5 people team, what we started off with, and 15 years. In Trichy, it's like the 13th year. Starting this journey from a 5 people startup, today, currently it's a team of 750 people supporting our global ops in 14 countries. Yeah, you can give a round of applause for that. It's huge. The reason why I say it is huge is we are the largest IT-enabled service provider in Trichy. Largest. When we talk about the largest, it is not just jobs in recruiting. You name the area in terms of what people can be employed in. When I talk about it right now, you will start realizing that in just a little bit. Sales, recruiting, account management, HR, HR ops, BP ops, business process outsourcing, technology development. Think about it. You must be, if you're using your phone to open your car, and on a digital identity platform for one of the largest automakers in the world with close to about 10.5 million consumers, that tech is developed from Trichy. So none of this talent was ever available in Trichy. It is just that we invested in this talent from ground up, started grooming talent, as a result of which over a period of time, we were able to nurture this talent and get to a state where people live and operate out of Trichy. Today, when the fresh grads whom we recruited from schools back in the day, about 10 years ago, today they manage portfolios of like north of 25 million, 20 million. These folks keep traveling back and forth to the US, things which they never imagined. So that is the story where we are right now. But the most important 2 things, what we always had in mind and what we've accomplished, or the journey still continues, is 1, how do we create microeconomic places where microeconomy, where we can create an economic and a social impact. That's what we've been able to create. Check out HBR, Harvard Business Review. The story of VDART is featured in Harvard Business Journal, Harvard Business Review. We partnered with the Indian Institute of Management. Today, our case study is solved by Indian Institute of Management in Trichy. Students in their master's program, VDART is the case study. So how we were able to do this is there is a lot of, as Bill pointed out, it is about the social impact. How are you going to really create a social impact through your business is what really matters. Most importantly, you must have heard about ESG. The buzzword right now is every customer is looking for ESG, right? We are the first organization in our space. How many of you are ESG certified? I don't think there is anybody ESG certified out here. We're the first organization to be ESG certified by EcoVadis, and the press release was out just like a week ago. But this is coming. If you are looking to work with any Fortune, the first one to come out was just about three, 4 months ago, October 2023. To work with Deutsche Bank, you need to be ESG certified. A customer is the one who mandated us, as a result of which we went on to this journey. But it took a good 2 years of investment in terms of ESG practices within the organization to get there. But start thinking about ESG as a journey. Right? So having said that, I've spoken a little bit about what our journey has been, but the most important thing I wanted to talk about was 4 areas, specifically for this team's group. The first and foremost thing is about the NMSDC, National Minority Supplier Development Conference. Yuva was there, so I'm destined to come to this particular event. When you had invited me for this event, I said, "Ennala vara mudiyadhu," because I was supposed to be in Kuala Lumpur for the National HRD Conference. But last minute cancellations, I had to pull out of the program. And I said, "Yuva, I'm coming for the program." But yedukku vandana, I called Yuva and said, "Yuva, you have to come for the NMSDC conference." How many of you are minority certified here? Minority certified organizations, awesome. All right, and certified through NMSDC or your local council, GMSDC or whatever is the council. Perfect. So, I wanted him to showcase what is the power of NMSDC. In fact, in my social channels, I'm talking about how do you really leverage that network and build your business. Our business growth has purely been the list of Fortune customers, what you see, and whom we work with, it's because of NMSDC. Why is it that we don't see any Tamil entrepreneurs in NMSDC? That is the number one question which I want you to check, all right? And if you need any help, I'm here. I sit on the board of NMSDC. I'm there at the national level. I'm at the regional level, at the DFW, MSDC. We are there with the MMA, Michigan Minority Supplier Development Council. There is incredible amount of opportunities which can be won. I'm not just stating that for the sake of it, but you all must have seen what is the prowess what we had, and how is it that we interact with such large corporations during this particular event. So I sincerely believe that you should definitely leverage that. If you're a minority-owned business, there is incredible opportunities to be leveraged out there. So miss panniradinga and the chance. Okay, and I'm ready to help you in any form or way and coach you and work this group. Another thing, thank you. Another thing what I also see is நம்ம தமிழ் மக்கள்ல the Tamil entrepreneurial community la, one of the things which I see is there is very, very few entrepreneurs who have really scaled past the 100 million, 200 million or a 300 million mark. Why? In the staffing industry, what you see is the staffing SIA or the reports pathina, there's close to about 34,000 staffing firms or beyond. Out of that, you should take a guess. How many companies have crossed the 25 million mark? Any guesses at all? The total number, 34,000 staffing companies, the number of companies who have crossed the 25 million mark. No, it's 700. 700 companies have crossed the 25 million mark. So, baki irukira 33,300 companies exist below the 25 million mark. Why? So there is a scaling problem, right? And the formulas are really, really simple. And I'm more than happy to walk you through in terms of how to scale. How do we scale? That's it, simple. There is a way, there is a method to the madness, okay? If you're on the staffing side, you got to be either on the customer side, you got to have a front-ending business, or you should be resource-based business. Quite a few of you are suppliers to us, which means you are on the resource side. If you're on the resource side, one recommendation which I want you to leave. How many IT consulting firms are here? Okay, perfect. The biggest challenge what we have in supplier onboarding, when we ask this question, we have a preferred supplier program, preferred partner program. Preferred partner program, the question when we ask, hey, what is your expertise? We are working with like 40 or 50 other customers. There is like close to about 25 different account managers who are managing. When you say, I can do it all now, I'm not able to really put you through all the programs, because what is going to happen is when they do the supplier rating, they'll say, in the company வந்து எந்த பொசிஷனுக்குமே ரெஸ்பாண்ட் பண்ண மாட்டேங்கிறாங்க. அவங்க கிட்ட இருக்கிறது 10-15 பெஞ்ச், 5 பேர் 10 பேர் பெஞ்ச்ல இருக்காங்க, and we are not able to utilize them. So one of the ways to look at it, I want you to think about it is, when you are running a resource-based organization, நான் வந்து H1B ஸ்பான்சர் பண்ணி மக்களை கொண்டு வந்து நான் பண்ண போறேன் அப்படின்னு நினைக்கிறீங்கன்னா, then I want you to think about practice-based organizations. வெறும் GCP, cloud GCPல மட்டும்தான் focus பண்ணுவேன். I will not go and hire any other talent. Or if I want to run a company which is only on Epic வந்து, there was a company which was bought by Accenture. Nothing. They just had only 80 Epic people. The multiples was amazing. So what I want you, if you want to run only a Hyperion shop, run a pure play Hyperion shop, the best part is, if you run that, you will have direct customers as well. You don't need to work in tiers. You don't need another VDOT at all. You don't need another Collabra, you don't need another Rose International, you don't need any other firms. The most important thing is, I want you to think about how can you build organizations based on practice. You can choose 3, you can choose 2, you can choose 1. That is fine. But don't have 50 different H1B candidates in 50 different skills. What is going to happen is you'll be in the same stage selling to 50 different organizations in various different layers, and companies will not pay you on time. I know what exactly happens when you do not work with the right tier 1 company, right tier 1 supplier. They don't make you, do you all receive payments on time from all the other companies? No. They'll give you a hard time. Ipo varudhu payment, appo varudhu payment. No, you are entrepreneurs. You need to dictate your payment terms. People should pay you on time. A good company is somebody who pays you on time. Have you ever experienced payment problems from VDOT? That is one of the things what we clearly ironed out. No matter what, we got to pay our suppliers on time, because it's the consultants who are actually performing the work on the field. So that's the second takeaway which I wanted to give you. The third takeaway which I wanted to talk about is, if you are in your entrepreneurial journey, all of you are entrepreneurs, all of you have companies, yes, yeah? I want you to think about it. நீங்க எந்த ஊர்ல இருந்து வந்திருக்கீங்கன்னு சொல்லி, கரூர், ஈரோடு, சேலம், நாமக்கல், புதுக்கோட்டை, திருச்சி, எந்த ஊர்ல இருந்து வந்திருந்தீங்கனாலும், what I would like you to do is, நீங்க business நடத்துறப்ப வந்து, you will always, உங்களுக்கு PowerPoint presentation prepare பண்ணணும்னு வச்சுக்கோங்க. You want to prepare a PowerPoint presentation. Tomorrow you have a customer meeting. Why do you have to sit and do that? Instead of that, hire a college kid from Trichy. Put it straight, that is your offshore facility. Give that individual a job at 5,000 rupees or 7,000 rupees. That person will be creating PowerPoint presentations day in and day out for you. This is what is creating microeconomics. நீங்க வந்து கரூர்ல, உங்க ஊர்ல, உங்க ஸ்கூல்ல இருந்து இல்லாட்டி காலேஜ்ல இருந்து ஒரு 4-5 பசங்களுக்கு சின்ன வேலை கொடுத்தீங்கன்னு வச்சுக்கோங்க. Start scaling it up. But if you are able to do that, imagine நம்மளோட தமிழ் entrepreneurial communityல எவ்வளோ opportunities. We have like close to about 100 people. 100 people here creating just 1 job, 2 jobs from the place where you have come from. It is just going to transform the Tamil entrepreneurial community overall. So that's what I wanted to communicate in terms of what are the various different tips or techniques what you can do, but continue to ask those questions on the Teams forum so that others can answer those questions. From my side, I'm already there on the Teams network. You can always reach out. Anytime, you can reach out to me directly. I'll be more than happy to help you in any way. The way I look at it is, this is what Ziglar said. I'm sure you all know Zig Ziglar. You'll get everything what you want in life if you just help as many people get what they want in life. And I'm here to help you. Let me know. I'll be more than happy. Tamil community, thank you. Thank you. Tamil community is the heart of my life. I've lived and thrived by how do we grow Tamil communities to the next level, right? So thank you so much for patiently listening to this. You're special, you're unique, you're destined for greatness. Thank you so much. Vanakkam. Valga valamudan.
Sid, சத்தியமா நான் எவ்வளோ ஸ்பீச்சஸ் கேட்டிருக்கேன் சீரியஸ்லி த 4 பாயிண்ட்ஸ் விச் யூ மென்ஷன்ட் யூ ஜஸ்ட் மேட் நீங்கள் எப்படின்னா ரொம்ப ஈஸியாக சவுண்ட் பண்ணிட்டீங்க அதெல்லாம் எங்களால் எல்லாருனாலுமே பண்ண முடியும் ஸோ நீஷ் ஸ்பேஸ் கிரியேட் பண்ணுங்க ப்ராக்டிஸ் பில்ட் பண்ணுங்க சீரியஸ்லி அண்ட் தென் தட் NMSJC ஐ மீன் யூ ஆர் ட்ரைங் டு கிவ் பேக் டு த கம்யூனிட்டி you just revealed your biggest success secret and then you said that is the reason you got connected with the Fortune 100 clients. How many leaders will tell that, guys? He really need like big round of applause now at this minute. And then the point about the microeconomics made me to think about my hometown, seriously. We were always thinking about the big cities, yes, but you know, you really inspired all of us and you transformed us. So that is very important. Thank you so much for that.
Thank you.
Now we would like to invite Yuva on the stage.
So while Yuva comes on stage, I didn't tell you about the V. Group of companies. We started this firm in 2007. So in 2016, our advisory board really pushed us to think through, hey, you should not have a single-slivered approach because we wanted to build a legacy. We want to build a company which sustains for the next 100 years to come. So as a result of which, in 2016, we had a strong advisory board. They asked us to start thinking around, like COVID happened, if you're a single-slivered businesses, you could run out of business. You could go out of business. So as a result of which, we carved out a company which is called as Demure. How many of you are working with Demure? As suppliers? No? Okay, so if you're working on the Toyota account, or if you're working in Aflac, if you're working on GE, those are solutions-based business. So if you have to think about Demure, we are a smaller version of an Accenture or a Slalom Consulting. So we own, manage, deliver solutions for our customers. V. Inc. does only talent management. During the pandemic, we found another company which is called as Trust People, which does only non-IT staffing. So whether it is construction, HVAC, material, this, that, project managers, coordinators for the construction site. So we do a lot of automotive work. In fact, the Tesla Gigafactory, Tesla is one of our top customers in the Gigafactory project. That's on the construction side, on the non-IT side. On the product side, we have a company which is called as Vouch.io. You can check it out. Vouch is a digital identity platform. We sit with the largest auto manufacturer like Toyota and Lexus. We work with the first solar car company, which is called as Lightyear, which is based out of Netherlands. And we sit right in between companies like Vintage Broncos, which is an automotive company which is based out of Atlanta. So the same digital key concept we are utilizing in the hospitality industry. The next time when you stay at one of the large hotels and you're pulling out your phone to open your door, that's our tech. So that's the breadth of what V. does as V. Group companies. Thank you. And I currently serve as a group CEO and president for the companies. Thank you so much.
Awesome. We wish you more success, Sid.
Thank you. Really appreciate it.
Well, once again, thank you, Sid, for